The priest had been in his study all morning, trying to weave a sermon on community spirit around a line from Deuteronomy. What was the point? There was no sense of community in Banjas. He was being shunned, their priest. Oh, why had those Canadians driven up asking questions about the 5 tall, dirty stone poles in the village square? Or why were there no telephone or power lines leading into the cluster of grimy, whitewashed buildings from the bronzed Spanish countryside? And why had he talked about the horrors of the past, about why the blackened poles had replaced wooden ones, the awful burnings of heretics 500 years before? The candlemaker had overheard him. The priest had seen him darting after depositing a crate on the porch. Oh, he'd heard the priest mentioning the evils of the Spanish Inquisition. But none of the villagers would care to listen to the priest's reasons. It was simple. No one was supposed to do anything but pass through Banjas, if they had stumbled onto the tiny, dust-strewn back road that led there in the first place. It had become tricky of late. The priest had noticed that not talking, or just saying Banjas was a sleeping village, would not get strangers driving on and out. Germans were especially bad at taking the hint. Words, carefully directed, tended to get people moving on, though. He rose from his desk and shuffled to the tiny open window. Odd, he thought. The crickets were silent. God! It was over. The jagged hulk spiraling crazily above Francisco Merzon's field was now a nebula of dust. The priest froze. There was someone staggering around in the thinning dust cloud there. He ran outside, moving past the town square with its ancient burning stakes, built in 1478 for the purpose of saving souls. And as he pedalled an ancient bicycle out along the dirt track to help whoever had come to grief in Merzon's cucumber field, the priest was all too sure he could feel the stakes themselves trying to hold him back with tendrils of unforgetting, unforgiving smoke.